Hi everyone, my name is Diane and this is My Pink Bathtub Knits. Welcome. Welcome if you are new and if you are a returning subscriber. It's great to see you. Today we are jumping back in the car for our Canadian road trip yarn. And if you're new here, I have been purchasing yarn from across Canada since January, highlighting the different provinces from indie hand dyers I have never bought from before. Today, we are going to Quebec. Quebec is the largest province when it comes to area in Canada, and it is the second largest populated province within Canada. French is the official language in Quebec, but approximately 40% of the population speak both French and English. I was never good at speaking French in school, but I do have a little story to share with you before we get to the yarn. And it happened when I was in elementary school. Now, this childhood memory may be a little vague, but I do remember very specific, strange things about it. And it involves the French language, so that is why I am sharing it with you today. When I was in, I'm going to say grade 3, I was selected to partake in a French competition where I had to get up on stage and recite a poem in French. I do recall the poem was about a crocodile. I painstakingly searched for a poem, a French poem of grade 3-ish equivalency of last night online, and I could not find anything. So it's a mystery, but I'm very, very confident it was Le Crocodile. I don't know what the teacher was thinking when I was selected. There was a couple of students. I know there was one other student who was like super brainiac smart that was in the competition. And then there was me. I don't know if everyone else called in sick that day, if this teacher took pity on me. I do not speak French. I cannot roll my R's. It's just not a skill I have. Like, I have a deficiency in English pronouncing words, as you may know, if you've watched me for any period of time. I remember riding on the school bus because we walked to school, so that was a big deal. And being in some sort of concert hall or auditorium, and there was various schools involved. I don't know if it was a citywide competition or if it was just within our own school district, but I remember it being a big deal. There was a stage, it was very dark, and there was this single spotlight put on us when we had to get up and we had to go towards the microphone and read this poem in front of all these people. But we couldn't see them because it was like pitch black. This single spotlight was beaming down on us, blinding us. And it was almost like an interrogation room, like, hey kid, I saw you take that chocolate bar. I started reading the poem into the microphone, and I remember my soul leaving my body because I was super stressed, as anybody normally is when they're new to public speaking. I remember being relieved when it was over. And I remember I placed 3rd in my age group. I guess the teacher saw something that I didn't see in myself because I did not excel at French later in life. So are you ready? Let's get in the car. There'll be snacks, don't worry. And we are going to go on to the province of Quebec to see which 3 hand dyers I have purchased yarn from for this week. Of course, I'm just scratching the surface when it comes to yarn that you can purchase in the province of Quebec, but I partook in 3 particular dyers that I want to share with you now. All of the information is going to be linked below in the show notes if you want to purchase something of your own. The first hand dyer is on Etsy. Her name is Barbara, And the name of her company is The Color of My Fiber. She spells color and fiber the American way, but maybe that is the French way to spell it as well. Not sure, but she is Canadian, trust me. I purchased from her, and then I had a little bit of regret only because I did not go through her extensive colors that she has on her Etsy shop. I kept finding more and more things that I really wanted to buy, but I had bought one thing and I was sticking to my budget, and that was that. So I highly encourage you to check her out. She has a mystery yarn subscription every month, but you have to go in and subscribe to it or pay for it every month. Etsy does not have a continuing subscription service where they'll automatically bill you. And when I went in and looked, you can pick up to 11 different bases that you can get this mystery color dyed in. So very, very many options with this hand dyer. The other thing I really like about her is that she has inspiration photos, what inspired her to dye that yarn. And the color that I chose was in a DK weight, and it was called Dry Leaves. And this is what it looks like. Very simple cream with a lot of colorful fall-like speckles. And I was like, yes. Well, I got it, and this is what I received, which is essentially cream. There's very, very little speckles in this. I did unhank it. This is about the only place where there's speckles. Otherwise, it was a completely cream colored hank. This is DK weight, 75% merino, 25% nylon blend, 115 grams at 250 meters. I was a little disappointed. I didn't want to complain. I didn't want to leave a negative comment or review on her site, but I did reach out and messaged her, and I sent her photos. I unhanked it and took photos of it to send it to her to show her just how minimal the color was compared to her inspiration photo. And I wasn't asking for anything, and I really do feel like a bit of a jerk and bad for doing this. So I reached out to her and I just said, the yarn base is beautiful. It's lovely touch to feel. However, I just want to let you know I'm a little disappointed by the color because there is not hardly any color compared to your inspiration photo. I don't want to leave a negative review on your site. I just wanted to share that with you as some feedback. Well, she got back to me and she said that she was sorry that I was disappointed. And again, I was feeling terrible about this. And she said, I want to send you another hank of that yarn. And I just keep the other one and I want you to be happy. I felt bad, but so she sent me this. And this is what I ordered. So Barbara, you have a customer for life. Incredible, incredible customer service. Show you the differences in the two that was sent. You know, sometimes I guess these things happen. Kind of wanted to give more constructive feedback as opposed to negative feedback with her. And since then, I have purchased other yarn from her as a gift for someone. It's not you, Judy, but I know Judy loves this yarn. And I don't see why she wouldn't. Now, if you're interested in something like her mystery subscription, go over to Judy's channel, Judy's Creations in Crochet. She is a fellow Canadian and she has been purchasing the monthly subscription. She was trying different bases and has finally decided on the base that she really likes. But as I said, there was over 10 options for the bases. But Color of My Fiber, really beautiful yarn, and she has some gorgeous, gorgeous colors on her Etsy store. So I highly recommend that you check her out. And great customer service. The second hand dyer that I purchased from is out of Montreal, and the name of the hand dyer is Patricknits. He has beautiful, beautiful complex color combinations. And he has a website, but full disclosure, I did not buy from his website. I bought from an East Coast local yarn store. They may only be online, from Nova Scotia actually, called darnyarn.ca. Now don't get this confused with Darn Good Yarn. This is a completely different company, and the reason why I bought from them is they had many indie dyers that they featured on their website, and I was kind of having some troubles finding some of the yarn that I wanted from some dyers. So I ended up buying, I think, at least 3, possibly 4 hanks from them from different areas in Canada. So you can buy from Patrick direct. I'm going to link his website below, but I'm also going to link darnyarn.ca. And I was just looking at them before I started filming, and they have a mystery box or mystery bag in various sizes, priced anywhere from $65 up to $300 that you can purchase. Now, the nice thing about this is you get to share your likes and dislikes and the weight of yarn that you want. So this might be something I might be looking into in the future. So Patricknits, I bought a sock yarn from him, and this is what I purchased. It is a self-striping yarn. I really, really like this. This is called Gracias, and it is 85 merino, superwash, and 15% nylon. It is 100 grams and 400 meters, 435 yards. And this is what it looks like knitted up as a sock. It feels beautiful, beautiful. I've been following him on Instagram, and he has some amazing, amazing colors. He even has a little bit of pink in there, but I really like the brown. So this is Patricknits. And my final purchase, I know I've only done 3, is from another Etsy shop, and they are called The Wool Seeker. This had my name all over it when I purchased from them. They do vacuum packed shipping for 1 skein or up to 5 minis. And I'm just going to show you because I just love this. Now this is a nep, obviously, with the flex in it. It's called a multi-nep. Isn't that gorgeous? This is a DK weight. I bought 2 because that's all they had was 2. And the base of this is called Base Leah. It is 85% superwash merino and 15% multicolored nep. 100 grams, 212 meters. It is a DK weight, and the color name is Face Your Fears. They had a lot of beautiful options as well on their Etsy store. Yeah. I don't know. Like this to me would be a beautiful hat and like cowl set or something for the winter, because I do have a black coat. It's very fun. And it feels amazing, just amazing. So those are my 3 Quebec hand dyers to share with you today. A couple questions for you. Do you speak French? Have you ever been in a 3rd grade French competition for school? Have you bought any yarn from Quebec? And if so, what dyer have you purchased from, and what was your experience? Things that you can look forward to in the coming weeks. I'm going to attempt to do a crochet project next week, and I am going to film myself kind of like an animal in captivity, and you are going to get to watch me fumble through this. And then it is July, and July is Christmas in July. So what that's going to involve is episodes every second day. I do have a yarn advent swap that I will be opening. I will also be taking you into my garden. I'm going to be doing a couple of Christmas related knits, and I'd really like to do a Q&A episode. So if you have any questions you would like to ask me, please put them below in the comments today. I will be asking the next few episodes for questions, and then I would be happy to answer them on one of the episodes. Be careful what you ask. I'm also doing a giveaway throughout. You're going to have to do some work for this. It's going to be throughout the month of July that you're going to have to leave a comment on every single episode that you watch. So make sure that you watch the entire episode to kind of get a clue of what you need to say in the comment below. And I will be keeping track that people are commenting on every single episode. So it's going to be an old-fashioned paper draw because I don't know how sophisticated I'm going to be able to do it with an online comment picker, because that only really lets me select one video, and you're going to have to comment on every single video. That's just the way it is. And the prize, the gift that I am giving to you, is going to be a 12-day advent for you to enjoy. It's going to be individually wrapped in Christmas paper. They are going to be minis, and they are going to be hand-dyed wool. If you have an aversion to wool, I can look into giving you a different option. So I don't want you to feel that you can't partake if you cannot use wool. But I have purchased a lot of minis throughout the year that I would like to share. There's not going to be a theme on the colors. I'm just going to go through my yarn stash, yarn collection, and hand select 12 different minis from various companies. If there's no label, I will put a label of where it's from and do the best I can in giving you information, but expect it to be hand-dyed yarn and wool. So take care, my friends. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we will see you next week. Bye for now.